Welcome back to Shark Bites, brought to you by Jump Shot Records and Chat Lyrics Music Group. I'm with a really good friend, Randy.
Hi.
He's in a not TV series.
Well, it's a web series right now.
Series,
we'd like it
Yeah.
to be a TV series.
Right.
We're hoping if we can get, one of the major networks to pick us up.
Nice. It's called Assassin's League, and I've watched it. It's pretty fucking cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What got you to that?
Kind of a long story for that one. I'll try to shorten it up. I actually had I went to 2 or 3 different agents that I was with, and it was all about the money, and I wasn't getting a lot of work.
Right.
One agency I did. I ended up in 2 things. I was on a music video for a country singer, just in the background. It was just an extra, right? Sure. And then I got an audition for Atco Gas.
Okay.
And I got the lead role for Atco Gas. It wasn't much. It was that they shot it all at SAIT. Yeah. And so we went in there and I just did my thing and that was it. Okay. So then I went I didn't like it. I didn't like what was going on. And then a buddy of mine recommended me to go to this other agency. Okay. So I went there and again, I wasn't getting anything, right? And I mean,
They weren't pushing your name or anything?
No. And later I found out that they only had certain actors and that they really kind of targeted.
Oh, okay.
They had a lot of clients like me, but you didn't pay anything. And that's the thing with acting. You got to get into an agency where you're not paying because you shouldn't have to pay. Oh. You shouldn't have to.
Good to know
your
for
agent
those that want to come in.
Yes, if those want to come in, you shouldn't have to pay. The agent just takes a percentage of whatever work they get you.
Okay, that's their incentive to find
That's
work
their
for you.
incentive, right?
Makes sense,
you don't. But other places they just rake money.
Okay.
And anyhow, the place folded, and another gal picked it up, and she didn't do much either. And this fella, his name's Corey Smith.
Right.
I auditioned, just out of the blue, and it's been so long now. It's been about 7 years ago that I auditioned for this Assassin's League, and it was a lead role for the assistant deputy director of the CIA.
Right.
Oh, okay. Why not? So I put it in, and he called me up. He said, "Would you like to come and audition?" Went to his house, and there was about 4 or 5 people there, and I'm like, okay. But I showed up in character. I came in a suit.
Nice. Good for you.
I thought, okay, I'll come in character. And when they asked me for audition, I didn't have to read the lines in Assassin's League.
Okay.
They gave me the ones with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, and I had to be Jack Nicholson.
Interesting.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth, and that's the one I had to read, right? And I'm like, okay, and I got the part.
Wow. Wow.
So it just kind of took off. Like I said, it's been 6 years in the making.
Right.
Off and on. Yeah. We did some other projects, and I really liked Assassin's League. I was just an actor at the time. So right now I'm a co-partner with Calcor Productions. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just got initiated. My buddy just said, we want to make you partner, and
there was no
again,
hazing?
There could be. I don't know. I mean, they bug me all the time. We're all getting teased. Yeah. So we got onto this, and different scenes kind of went along the years, and it kind of went on the wayside. And I said to him, I really like Assassin's League. We should get this back up and running. Honestly, I had a good feeling with it. Yeah. And he had a couple of other projects he was working on, and he was bouncing. And I said, let's just focus on Assassin's League. And we did. And we finished the first season. Right. And we've won awards.
I saw.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And that really set it off, right? And then we had been approached by a marketing agent down in Phoenix, Arizona.
Whoa.
By our awards. Yeah. And they liked our show.
Dang.
Yeah, exactly, right? We were all, Corey and I were just jacked, and we thought this could take off, right? Yeah. And they were going to promote it around the world. They were going to promote it in England, Europe, and the United States.
Nice.
But there were some glitches on the home front. Like the fellow that was his business partner before things kind of fell apart for various reasons.
Right.
And that really held things up tremendously when we had to reshoot some scenes because they had to remove his character and put in another fella.
Wow.
So that held it up.
Yeah.
And so it was sat there, and there was some some stuff that was put in that we were supposed to get authorization for yet. And because it was put in at the last minute for the last couple of scenes, the marketing people wouldn't market it. Yeah, because of that. It was legalities.
Oh,
right?
okay. Copyright infringement.
Something along those
okay,
lines. And so Corey, over the last few months, he says, you know what, Rand, what we should do, he said, we should just release it as a web series and maybe, talk to them and see what. So anyhow, he went down and he didn't go down. He phoned them and he said, look, why don't we release it to us as a web series? And then if we get picked up or we get some kind of budget or some kind of funding, we'll give you the rights to the rest of the other 7 seasons, 7 seasons.
Damn.
And so they agreed to that. So they released it, and as you know now, it's now all over the web.
Yeah.
Yeah. We very proud to say that we ended up with almost 29,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the world. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I've been putting it on my or on the Facebook.
Good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody to look at it.
Yeah, why not?
See how it goes. Yeah.
Good crew there.
Oh, people were fantastic. Yeah, loved working with them.
Yeah.
Loved working with them. We had actually after that, I had another scene he wanted me to read, the actual Assassin's League scene.
Oh, okay.
Where I I called in Derek, and that's his acting name. Corey's acting name is Derek, and he didn't want nothing to do with me, right? Because he left the agency, but I wanted him back because this guy was coming on, and he had this welcome to the Assassin's League, and they were gonna, assassinate every leader of the free world.
Right.
And because he'd retired to stay with his daughter, and he was my top agent, I wanted him back. Right? He didn't want to see me. And we're on scene out in Airdrie, and it's minus 15. I'm freezing cold, and I'm trying to stay in character, and there's ice there, and you're trying not to fall, right? Yeah. Too funny. So that was one of the first times, the second time that we did anything, right? So, and it just went from there.
Yeah.
But the crew, the cast, they're all fantastic. A lot of them are friends of mine now. And
okay.
Yeah, Corey and I ended up being really, really good friends over this. And we've got some other projects that we're working on that we're hopefully to get. Yeah, we're hoping.
Yeah. Okay.
Keeping our fingers crossed. We've got a major film that we're going to be hopefully starting at the end of the month.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Wow.
We'll see where that goes. And
is it related to Assassin's League?
No, it's separate altogether.
Okay.
There is a couple of others that we've got. One right now, he's already shot some scenes for it called CSIS. CSIS is the Canadian CIA.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's Canadian CIA.
Yeah.
So we're working on something along those lines.
Cool.
Yeah, because as you know, Assassin's League is CIA.
Right.
But there isn't a whole lot about CSIS, about the Canadian side. TV
dogs.
shows, everything, right?
Yeah.
So Corey decided to write a story about CSIS. Yeah, so that's in the works. And then we have another one called The Markinsons. Okay. And I go from Assassin's League, being the assistant deputy director of the CIA, to the head of a mob family.
Is it that much of a stretch between the two?
Not really.
No?
Not really. I mean, no.
Cutthroat.
Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah. I'm your typical next door neighbor. Yeah. But behind the scenes, I'm not.
Right. Okay, like a soprano kind of thing.
Kind of. Yeah, okay. I'll cut you up, put you in body bags, bury you out, and that sort of thing. So
Get the new wood chipper.
Yeah.
Nice.
Something along those lines, where my family, pretty much, I have a daughter and a son, and they kind of do all the dirty work. Okay. I'm the head. The mom. Right. Who's same woman that acted with me in Assassin's League. Nice. She plays my wife, and so she's kind of the go-to. Kind of we play off each other. And,
right on.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you get to do any research for any of these roles?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I just pick up the character, read it, and I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've been curious to look it up?
Well, not really, because there's a story, right? It's like if you write a story, I mean, Corey has done a lot of research on stuff himself.
Okay.
I'm more of an actor. Like I'll pick up. I don't research too much. I just kind of think of what that character is in my head, and I go with it.
Yeah.
I've done that my whole life because I've been acting since I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Started off in elementary and all the little plays that we all go into, and then I carried on in junior high. I took up drama. Love drama.
Yeah.
And I was in all the stage performances they had, and then I continued on through high school, and I got into drama and performing arts.
Oh.
Took up singing. I actually was asked to join the Young Canadians for
Oh, I never knew that.
Never did. Yeah, I never did though. I never took up on it. I was playing hockey and football.
Oh, okay.
And knowing I was also in an opera.
Wow.
As an extra in an opera called Faust here at the Jubilee Auditorium, and I performed in front of 5,500 people.
Yeah.
Almost fell into the orchestra pit.
What were you doing?
Well, I had to wear this big, huge head.
Okay.
And I got too close to the edge of the stage as we're moving around. And I'm not kidding you, it was like a foot away. And if I had made one wrong, into the tuba I would have went. So a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Met a lot of interesting people.
Yeah.
So I did that. And then, of course, we got into singing. And with the performing arts class, we used to go around singing to a lot of old age homes.
Right.
We'd sing to them at Christmas time, go sing at malls and stuff. So singing's kind of been a part of my background as well. I like it. You know, I karaoke a lot. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Are you baritone?
Yeah, kind of. Baritone. That's where I kind of set my tone. I like country.
Okay.
You know, I like singing Kenny Rogers, and, you know, the Eagles is one of my favorites. And,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good. You don't play any instruments, though?
I used to. When
Okay.
I was young, when I was about 14, my mom and dad, I really liked the sound of the saxophone.
Right.
And my mom and dad bought me a saxophone. And like now they're like $2,000, but back then I think it was only about $400.
Right.
And they sent me to the Mount Royal College at the time. Now it's Mount Royal University.
Right.
Under the tutelage of, I think he was the head instructor for the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Wow.
Well, yeah, wow's right. But as a young man who just wanted to play, all the lessons that I ever went, he just kept me going up and down the scale.
Right.
And if I got one note not right, he wouldn't let me come off the scale until I got it 100% perfect. Now you're talking a young boy here, like, and my dad made me practice, which was fine.
Yeah.
But I got bored. You know, and so I started learning. You know, I had a book of songs, so I just started learning the Star Spangled Banner and some other songs on my own.
Right.
I didn't tell the instructor that.
Right.
But being very athletic and into a lot of sports, I thought, what am I doing here? Like this guy was really not like, he wasn't fun. He was an older guy and just a perfectionist, which is cool for the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Like that one instructor in that movie for the snare drums, Fox.
I think so.
Yeah. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All semi-abusive.
Well, was he? Well, I wouldn't say it. Just not abusive. Strict.
Strict. Okay.
Very strict.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and he said that to me. I remember to this day. He says, "If you ever want to be in the Philharmonic Orchestra, you're gonna have to do this." And I'm like, I just want to play the sax.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to play some songs, dude.
Yeah, man. I
You
like
know?
the blues. Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of people over the years about it, and they all shook their head. They said, "No, that guy shouldn't have done that to you."
Wow.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
Well, there's two ways to look at it, because you do want to be able to enjoy it, sure.
Yeah.
But if you don't get it perfect practice makes perfect, right? It's not practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
It's perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Rick, yeah.
there's many different ways to look at it.
He never made it fun for me.
Yeah.
And I think for young children, you got to make it fun. You got to make it interesting, right?
Yeah.
Not, I wasn't a prodigy where,
Yeah.
and I didn't have aspirations to be in the Philharmonic Orchestra. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play the sax.
Sure. Yeah.
Today I'd like to play a guitar.
Right.
I have a hankering to play a guitar.
Yeah. Electric.
Electric or acoustic, either one. I'd like to play both.
Yeah.
In my head, but again, with how busy I am, I don't know. I've been looking at guitars, and another funny story, a buddy of mine who I play darts with a lot, he's no longer living in Calgary, lives in Kelowna, but he was the head lead singer of Prism.
No way. Armageddon. Oh, wow.
And I didn't know
That's
that.
fucking cool.
I didn't know that. I
No?
played against him, and him and I were playing darts and stuff, and he's a pretty good dart player.
Yeah.
And we just became friends, and a few times he invited me over. We'd go to his place to play darts and drink beer and just socialize, right?
Sure.
I think it was about the third or fourth time I went over to his place, and I come downstairs, and he's got all these freaking guitars lying around, and these are Fenders. Like, these aren't.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, they're not cheap
Yeah.
instruments, right? And I go, and me, I go, what the hell are you doing with all these damn guitars, dude? You having an auction here or what? He goes, no, I play them. And I'm like, bullshit. You're not playing them.
Yeah.
He goes, I am, Randy. So he picks up one and he starts strumming along, and his girlfriend at the time said, yeah, Randy, he plays. And I go, yeah, right. I just thought he was messing, right?
Yeah.
And he says, well, let me show you something. So he goes to the TV and he pops in an old VCR, and up comes Prism, a concert.
Right.
Prism. I said, yeah, I know them. I said, I had a couple of their records, and I love them.
Yeah.
And Sharon starts laughing. That's his girlfriend at the time. And she says, that's Dave. So I'm looking now. Of course, you're talking 30 years later, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
How did you
his
age?
hair's down to here, right? And he says, yeah, Randy, that's me. And I go, wow. I said, seriously? He goes, yeah. So we were messing around, and I started singing, and he wanted to actually have me sing with him, like we were going to start up something, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That could have taken a different direction.
Well, who knows? He didn't like the way I sang, though, right?
no?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I've got too much of a country twang. He says, you got to get rid of that bullshit. He says, and get into. But you got to sing within your range, right?
Yeah.
Like there's certain songs I can hit certain chords, but you know that I'd have to practice. I told him I'd have to practice and go with it from there.
Yeah.
But it never materialized. He ended up breaking up with her, and then he moved, and it just never materialized. I talked to him here about 3 years ago, telling him I'd really like to. He said, "You get out here." I says, "I'll have you playing a guitar in a week."
Yeah.
But it's just me and my busy schedule to get out and actually do it, right?
Well, yeah, no, the Assassin's League must be taking up quite a bit of time. You're on break right now, though.
Well, yeah. It's
Season 1's out.
Season 1 is out.
Yeah.
That's what's been released is season 1. Like I said, I think there's 6 episodes. I think he said that we're planning on releasing up to 6.
Yeah.
So that's kind of there. It's just me and my own personal life with my full-time job, and then I have a couple of businesses. I'm trying to start a trucking company.
Okay.
And I have another delivery company that I'm working with. Everything keeps me going.
Yeah.
The acting was more just a fun thing that I like to do.
Right.
And it's kind of taken off from there.
How do you find the sets? Because I saw some that were Carstairs and then Airdrie, and then How do you find the sets?
Good question. Corey found them all.
Okay.
Corey found them all. I just connections and people that he knows, and we did it with basically no budget. No budget. All this was done with no budget.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he just likes driving.
Well, he basically funded a lot of it on his own.
Right.
Like, and I helped out here and there. Like I rented a couple of vehicles, and I have a travel trailer, so I brought that on set a couple of times so that people could come in as a makeup trailer or get changed or whatever for certain scenes, somewhere to keep warm, right? And little things like that. And other people contributed. They bought food in on set so people could have something to eat. And yeah, it's just like a homey kind of thing. And we didn't have any big sponsors or any big funding. We just all did it, right? And
that kind of makes it fun.
yes.
Right? Because you don't know where it's going to go, and you don't, oh God, how do I make this $10 stretch? Yeah.
And Greg, though, I never thought of the money. I never thought of, none of us got paid.
No.
If this takes off, then we will.
Sure.
But I did it because I wanted to do it. I did it because I believed in Corey. I like Corey, and I loved the storyline. The storyline just really intrigued me.
Yeah, there was a bit of a twist in the first episode that I was like, oh my God, this is Catcher.
And it's going to get better. It's going to get better.
When's season 2 coming?
Oh, yeah. I don't know yet.
Still
Don't know.
remakes?
Well, it's there, but we don't. We are talking about shooting it.
Right.
We are talking about shooting, but we're hoping to get funding.
Okay.
Like we're looking into some grants.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some grants and
Right.
and get that underway. We had a big team meeting here about a month or so ago.
Right.
In regards to it, we've got a lady that's really good at it.
Mm.
That's what she does.
Mm.
And so we're hoping that takes off and we can get the money to make it better.
Right.
Like it's, you know, like
Keep it going.
well, that too.
It's awesome.
Keep it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it is.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
I do have a question though. Is there a end result and you're finding your way to get to it, or is there already a path to get to the result? Can I ask that? You know what I mean?
In Assassin's League?
Yeah, in The Sopranos, for example, eventually he's out. Now, did they write each episode with a hint of how he's going to get out?
I don't know.
You don't.
I never know until I look at the script. They don't. Corey doesn't say a whole lot, but even as an owner, I'm not privy to the new script yet. I'm
Okay. Not writing it as you go.
Yeah, we've actually hired a professional writer as well to help. Corey did a
Cool.
Corey did a phenomenal job on it himself.
Yeah, shout out.
Well, you know, and God bless him. You know,
Yeah.
the man, he does so much. Like he wrote it, he directed it, he got, you know, I helped him with auditions as well. Like
wow.
yeah.
Screening, that'd be
Yeah,
neat.
yeah, it was fun. Like I enjoy being behind all the stuff too, to see what it's all about. I
Right.
really enjoy that as well. And I've learned so much. Like I've taken tons and tons of courses and stuff like how to act in front of a camera and all that stuff, and acting courses and set etiquette and all that. But being actual hands-on, and Corey's taught me so much. But that man's done the editing, he's done the filming, he's done the directing, he's done acting. He's right into it. Like he's wow.
That's
Wow.
a lot of commitment.
Wow.
Yeah.
The man has big heart
Yeah.
and so much drive, and I just love it, and it pulled me right in, and I just, you know, and I want to do so much for him. I just want to be there and do whatever I can. I mean, on set, if he didn't have help, I'd come in and help him out with lighting, which you have here, and I'd help him out with sound,
Right.
and I'd be on the boom mic for an hours, and, you know, my legs would get stiff, and,
Yeah.
you know, all sorts of stuff, eh? Just do whatever we can, help set up stuff, and
Yeah, it's really inspiring to have someone that actually loves what they do and is more than willing to help out.
yeah.
So like I'm learning that the hard way, but nonetheless, it's still being learned. Like with the support mechanism that I have here with the show, it's just mind blowing. I didn't expect any of that. So to have that kind of support from you, to Corey, that he must show his appreciation.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He does. And now we're in partnership with my trucking company.
Okay.
I gave him a partnership.
Yeah.
The man knows trucking inside and out. And that was one of the things I really didn't know. I know the trucking side, like driving and all, but I didn't know the inner works, the office side,
Okay.
which he did. So I said, okay, you come in, I'll give you so much percentage of the company. You bring in the business.
Sure.
I'll run because he didn't know business. He didn't know how to run a business.
Okay.
I said, well, I know how to run a business. So we'll work together, and
Nice.
here we go. Yeah, we just opened up, brought in a fella. We opened up our brokerage firm. It's just taken right off. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're making more work for yourself.
Well, everybody says, why you're in your 60s, why don't you slow down? And it just, things hit me, and I got to do them.
Yeah.
I got to do them. I can't. I just can't close the door.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet to close the door.
No.
60.
You can push it on until you're 100.
No.
No.
No. I have a deadline.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Maybe 2-3 years I can kind of kick back with this. If everything goes the way I'm hoping it goes, the acting and I'll retire from transit. I'll leave. And,
Sure.
And because right now that's when this goes and everything goes, that I can't do that.
No.
I won't be able to do it. I'll have to focus a lot of my time on the business and acting, and because with all the different projects that we've got on the go, and I'm in every one of them. So, like when you're on set, as you all know, here we are. But when you're on set, it's similar to this with cameras and all that.
Right.
You're on set for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I put in 10, 12, 14-hour days.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never looked into it, so.
Yeah. It's hard. It can be hard, tiring, right?
Yeah.
And when you're an actor, you've got to remember your lines and little things. Like, so if we're having an interaction on set, right, where we're talking and they're filming, and let's say I do this to you,
Right.
you know, every time they reshoot,
Yeah.
I got to do it exactly every time.
Wow.
No kidding. Or if I go like this
Yeah.
while I'm talking,
Yeah.
and I've got to repeat that.
Wow.
It's got to be the same. And you got to remember that.
Yeah.
You got to remember that.
Yeah.
You got to remember everything.
I remember people talking about Clint Eastwood as a director and how he was like, okay, we'll go to the next one. Is it because of that kind of thing?
No, it's just the way acting, and that's what it does. Because you got to have the continuity,
Okay.
right? Because when they retake it, right, if they do one scene and if they get it there, and all of a sudden in one scene you're doing this, and the next scene you're doing this,
Right.
like, it's just, wait a minute,
Yeah.
how come? You know, so they just try to keep the continuity, and you got to remember all that.
Wow.
Plus your lines, plus how your character. You don't want to get out of character.
Yeah.
I work with a guy. He's really funny, and he keeps joking around with me. And Corey gets upset. But I can get in and out of character. Like some people, they can't. So
Really?
Yeah. If they're out, they're out, and it takes them a while to get back in.
Okay.
I can get back into character pretty quick. It doesn't take me long.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's me. I've done that my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I'm acting or doing stuff, I can mess around a little bit.
Yeah.
Still get back into character. This is a serious character, though.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like his character. I like it. It kind of suits who I am. That's what everybody tells me, anyhow.
Yeah, no, you're well suited for that role.
Yeah.
You got the gaze and you got the stern look kind of thing and the poker face.
Yeah, my kids tell me that.
Yeah. Do they?
That's the look we get, Dad.
So you've been practicing your whole life? and you didn't know.
Practicing for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad you like it. There'll be a lot of twists and turns. It's a lot of things. Have you picked up on the storyline at all, or?
Bits here and there. I'm going to have to get a couple more run-throughs.
Yeah. It's
Because there's a lot going on.
There is.
Yeah,
There is. A guy actually, like the storyline says, he's developed this game,
Yeah.
and he's sent it out to every hired assassin out there
Yeah.
to assassinate every free leader of the world. And then on top of that, he's also sent it all out to every agency around the world, like
Right.
CIA, CSIS.
Catch me if you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Game on.
Yeah, no, that's very intriguing.
But there's a twist to it. Like, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah, I was thinking that you don't want to give too much away, but you can't because there's so much in there.
So much in there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
do you get to have your little 2 cents worth for script writing?
No.
Not at all?
No. Not really. No, not as of to date. Like I said, we've hired a professional writer, so he's writing it.
Yeah.
Corey pretty much handles that side of it. I mean, I'm sure if he asked, and I'd be proud to give him my 2.5 cents worth.
Sure.
Inflation.
Yeah. You going to get your kids involved with this?
Both my sons actually have been.
Oh.
My eldest son, he was in one, but the scene where we're shooting, did you know that scene where you saw me in the car?
Yeah.
Did you watch that where I was
Yeah.
talking to him in the car?
Yeah.
And well, prior to that scene, we had shot it prior in a big park. And my son was standing way off to the side, and he had to stand there for 2 hours while we shot this scene. So that ended him.
Yeah.
That did it for him. He didn't want
I don't want to be an actor
No,
anymore.
well, no. He said, well, if you're just going to stand me way in the hell out in the field where the mosquitoes eat me, he said, I don't want. That's my son. It was pretty funny. I apologized. I said, I'm sorry. I wasn't the director. I thought he could probably come in a little closer, but that's the director. I had nothing to do with that. So he never came back. But then my other son, he was a chauffeur. He was in that car scene. He was driving the car.
Oh,
He's the one
okay.
that opened the door for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because as an assistant director of the I have to have bodyguards.
Right.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah. Yeah. That must be kind of weird.
Well, not really. I had fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
We shot another scene that ended up on the cutting floor. I really enjoyed it. It was the same scene, but it was in a bigger vehicle. It was in a big GMC Yukon.
Okay.
We had 2 bodyguards, and Derek was in his house, and it was shot beautifully. I really liked it, but things got tossed in time frames and everything. But yeah.
And you're using blanks, I'm assuming?
No,
that?
they're not real. They're airsoft guns. They're airsoft guns.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
legally, we cannot bring real weapons on set.
Even if there's, whatever, Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
It's a Canadian law thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've asked because I mean I can get a hold of some, so we can bring them on set.
Sure.
No real guns on set.
So they're all airsoft.
All airsoft.
Oh, that's interesting.
And man, there's an airsoft place that sells them, and I'm not kidding you. They look real.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like every real gun there is ever made.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got walls of these guns, and I walked in.
Cool.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, this is really far out. Handguns, everything, and they all look real.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went paintballing with my kids, and then my daughter was telling me she wants to do airsoft.
Yeah, I've never actually done airsoft,
No?
but paintball, that sucker's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I went last summer with my grandson, and we're out in Sylvan Lake. There, they have a paintball place, and I thought I was all that in a bag of chips, right?
Yeah.
So we're in this part we had to go because they had some other professional paintballers shooting in this one course. Yeah. So they kind of kicked us out, so we ended up in the trees. I thought, well, this would be kind of cool. Well, it was hot. And I'm wearing this mask, sweating like crazy, right?
Yeah.
My eyeballs are steaming up, and I'm trying to see. Mosquitoes are everywhere, right? So the first time around, I ended up getting my grandson.
Oh, yeah.
So he's okay. Let's do this again. We came out, got reset, went back in, and the sweat's pouring. I'm like, listen. My grand comes in, shoots me in the butt, shoots, gotcha, Papa, boom, boom, boom. I said, okay. I said, oh. That was the end of me. Sweat's pouring. I'm covered in paint. I had enough. He's only 9 years old. Okay, I'm done. So then we just sat and shot at targets. I'm not having you bean me like that anymore. He wouldn't stop. Bop, bop, bop. I said, okay, it's enough. You got me.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, my daughter's been playing a lot of COD.
Yeah.
And how they run in there. I've noticed that's actually a strategic run. Mm-hmm. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
You're hunched over.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can run on ice in that technique.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because your body weight's lower.
Body weight's
And
lower.
your feet are more parallel as opposed to penguin. Mm-hmm. Right? So, yeah, just side note.
Cool. Little things you learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was quite amazed. And, I thought same kind of thing. I had a whole lot of spit and vinegar, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tag all these bastards.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes of running with all this shit on you, you're like, time out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. Right? I'm not all that in a bag of
Yeah,
chips.
no. I'm an empty bag of
That's
chips.
right.
Going into the
Okay, you
chip
guys
pile.
play. I'm going to sit down.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Yeah. 10-4 to that. It's hard getting old, man.
Yeah.
Hard getting old.
I'm learning as I go, too.
Yep. Wait till you get my age, boy. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just learned to give up a lot easier now.
Right. Well, you're doing great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. When you first told me about it, I started watching it, and then things took a little turn, so I took a break. Then when I saw you again, I was kind of stoked.
I know.
I was totally looking forward to having you on here.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, yeah. You like the trucking thing?
I do. I'm hoping it goes where I hope it goes.
Can you match the two? Can you bring the trucking into the acting thing? Because you have to ship all that shit around, don't you?
No, we're not going to do that. Well, we might use the trucks maybe for a scene or two down the road. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where it would go. But
Is it a conflict or something?
I don't think it would be, but we haven't even really discussed that at all, really. We hadn't really even brought it up. Because Markinson's is, shot a lot on indoors right now. Yeah. We've only done, 2 or 3 scenes with Markinson's right now. But then that got put on the back burner. Our main target right now is to get Assassin's League off the ground, get that up and running, is what we do. But if we can get this major film, we've actually the same, I forgot to mention, the same guy down in Phoenix, the marketing company, they want rights to this film.
Wow.
Because Corey showed them the script, showed them what we were going to do and how it was going to go, and they said, we want it.
Damn.
So damn is right, so we hope.
Wow. That's stuff.
Yeah, kind of cool. I took my daughter and a friend of mine, and that we actually had the whole season on the big screen downtown. We were downtown in a theater. Yeah.
That must be.
It was cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
Saw me on the big screen, right? Like
I know that guy.
Yeah, right. It was kind of neat. Right now, even my one daughter, because only I have 2 daughters. One daughter came, the other daughter couldn't. But now she's watching it on our big TV. As soon as it comes on, Dad, let's get it on there and have a look.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Some of the episodes are like 5 minutes.
Well, and I guess the reason, and unknown to me,
Okay.
I don't know a lot about YouTube, but I guess a lot of the YouTube videos they're very short,
Yeah.
and they go by attention span. People, I guess, they only watch them very quickly. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So Corey had said, look, why don't we? They're only 15 minutes, but he cut them down into half to try to get people to watch, get more enticed to watch them.
Right.
So he cut them into
Oh,
part 1, part
clever.
2, part 3,
Clever.
5-minute increments.
Yeah,
So
clever.
yeah, because I guess that's what YouTube's all about. People were watching and clicking on it to watch it, but I guess there's a program he watches a graph, and even after 6, 7, 8 minutes, it starts to go down.
Yeah.
People lose interest. I
Well, yeah,
guess.
TikTok's taken off because it's only 10 seconds long. Same with Instagram, right?
Right.
People's attention spans are.
Well, and it's crazy, right? Wow, I don't know, but so him and I talked about it, and I said, well, I'd go for it. Just go for it. Let's try it. We got nothing to lose.
No.
Do it. Put it into small parts, and just keep releasing one every other day or whatever, and try to keep people intrigued in the program. And that was our idea. Like, we want to get eyes on it.
Yeah.
Get people to watch it.
Right.
And it took right off. Corey he phones me up. He says, this is, and he texts me. I go, this is fantastic. And he goes, you know what? I would have been happy with 500 views, and we got nearly 29,000. Yes, baby.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. And I guess and again, I'm ignorant to a lot to do with YouTube, but I guess after so many views, it goes viral.
Oh,
Yeah, it's viral.
okay.
Now, so it's everywhere now. So yeah, so I had the same look when he told me. Oh, really?
I don't know how that works either.
I don't have a clue either.
Okay.
I just roll with the punches.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
You have to, right? Okay, I believe you. Sure, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to work. Or
He's
not.
learning. He's going on it, and he's learning as well. And he's telling me all this stuff, so it's cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, meeting all these people and going to set design and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. I before all this even kicked off, I was on Fargo, the TV show Fargo. I was an extra on Fargo, only once. And I was on Heartland twice as an extra background. Those were long days. Met some of the actors, but we weren't allowed to talk to them.
Okay.
They're not allowed to.
Really?
Because they got to stay in character, and they don't want people, hey, I know you can. They don't want
you
that.
sign here?
Yeah, they don't want that.
No.
And I respect that, guys. I've seen some actors and actresses. I was down in Vegas and somewhat. They're just people like you and me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They're just doing a different job.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
For me, the people that have the ego, those are the ones that I get a kick out of too.
Yeah.
So hey, I want to meet you as much as you want to meet me. That's kind of you're on the screen, right?
Yeah.
That's your job. I have my own job, right? So then we'll be copacetic that way. But I don't want to chase people for their autographs.
Isn't that weird? Like, I don't either, man. Like, I don't. The guy that played Get Smart, Don, what's his name? I saw him in Vegas. Walked right by us.
The original?
Yeah, the original guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And a comedian. He was in his shorts. From me to you, walked right by, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, "How does he talk? Hey, never got a dinner. Like no respect. What's his name?
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. Walked right by us, right from me to you. Walked by, big smile. I had a hat on like you, and he says, "Hey guys, how you doing?" But I never stopped him. I never, just another guy. It was nice to see him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bother the man. He was going somewhere, right?
Yeah. I had a brief brush of fame. I met a famous person. You want to know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
This is when I was in elementary school. I lived in Aldergrove at the time. The school that I went to was in Langley. We went to Vancouver in order to go to check out a sound studio.
Cool.
So we were in the sound studio. I wasn't really feeling all too great. So we were waiting in the waiting room. And then everyone, let's go and we can go into the sound booth. So Mr. Thompson says, okay if I just wait here. So I said, yeah, that's fine. So then the class goes into the sound booth room, and then I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm just like, ugh. And then Mr. Thompson says, hey, Greg, do you want to meet someone? So I looked up, and I said, okay, hi. And he says, do you know who I am? And I said, yeah. He goes, it was Bryan Adams.
Really?
Yeah. And he says, do you like my music? And I said, no. Because I didn't. But my brother did. really enjoyed his music. I
But you're being honest. You were a little kid. You're just being
I
honest.
don't like your voice, right?
Yeah.
I listen
It's
to
not
other
the
stuff.
kind of music you like,
Right,
right?
right. So that's when he said that he doesn't like his voice either. So he told me that he was kind of pushed into the position of singing.
And it's funny, a lot of singers feel that way,
Yeah.
right? They can't believe what's happened to them, eh?
Yeah.
Adele said the same thing. Like she didn't think people would like her music at all.
No.
And how she sang it, but she's
Boom. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned Bryan Adams, my buddy Dave, that with Prism.
Yeah.
He grew up with Bryan Adams. They played, they were in the same street. He knew him.
Wow.
Yeah. And before Dave moved, he was going to introduce me. Bryan Adams was coming to town. Dave had asked him to come over, and I was supposed to come over and meet Bryan Adams and sing and jam with him.
Yeah.
But it never materialized. Something happened with Bryan, and he couldn't make it. Something happened on his tour. Something couldn't make it. So I was greatly disappointed. I thought that'd be a fun night.
Sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
get down there and sing tunes with Bryan Adams. I'd like that. Like that.
Yeah, no, there are some famous people that I would like to talk to, right? But not in the lording over kind of thing,
No.
right?
No.
It's just like different philosophies and belief patterns and all that kind of stuff, right? James Gandolfini would been really, really, really fascinating to talk to because similar to Robert De Niro. I'm probably never going to meet these people, but nonetheless, they stay out of the limelight on purpose with determination and focus.
They don't like it.
And
They don't like it.
okay, and I dig it.
They don't like it. Some, because media hypes things up too much, and you and I have talked about this, and they make things up,
Smoke screening just to get the clicks
like
on.
Ike and Tina Turner, when Tina left them, every time she did an interview with anybody, all they wanted to talk about was Ike.
Right.
And you saw the on her, and I felt bad for her. Like it was a rough part of her life that went on, and she didn't want to talk about it. She walked out of many interviews because of it.
Yeah.
But they're people, right?
Yeah,
They're still
yeah,
people,
yeah.
and but when you're famous and things happen, your life becomes an open book, and everybody, you got all the, drama, and they all want to know.
Yeah.
They all want to know.
They ask a lot of the same questions. It's just dumb.
Yeah, there were actors I wish I could have met, a lot of them, because I grew up in an era like John Wayne and all those guys, Jimmy Stewart. And all that. I would have liked Dean Martin. I would have loved to meet them. John Wayne was my hero as a kid, watching all the westerns and war shows and
Clint Eastwood.
liked him.
Yeah.
Liked him. Oh yeah, liked him.
The Quiet
Dirty
Guy.
Harry.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Fistful of dollars, few dollars more. Good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
Seen them all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're the classics.
Aren't they?
Yeah, man. They're timeless.
Oh.
Even though they're what's that filter? It makes it look more rustic on your phone now.
Yeah.
That was high tech at that time.
It was massive.
But that's timeless. I think that's what puts it into timeless.
Yeah. I went to a drive-in. They had Clint Eastwood three movies thing on.
Yeah.
In the middle of frickin' winter blizzard.
And still people went. And still people went.
The place was packed, dude. It was packed. We're freezing, scraping the windows, trying to see the screen. Too funny. Then we got home at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's too funny. Did it though. Watch Clint Eastwood.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Some people with their different philosophies and stuff. Not Robert De Niro. Downey Jr. I would like to talk to him, but not having anything to do with what his the
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, like it.
Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him about all drug stuff because that's fucking done. But there's different philosophies that I think that he would have a neat look at, which is I think.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, and he's a good singer too. Like he sings. Wow! Like I heard some of his songs. That's Robert Downey Jr. Wow, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah. Before you were saying that you don't really do much research.
No, I don't.
Fair enough.
If you give me a character, I'll read the lines, I'll read the script, kind of get into the storyline, and just think of, okay, this is how I would portray this person.
Sure.
And I try to put my own feelings, my own personality in it. Like how would that was me? Yeah. Like how would I handle that as me as a person? And then I just kind of put that in there.
I have to do the research.
Do you? Well, there are people that do.
And there's Hot Ones. You ever watch that?
No.
It's an interview show as well. Sean Evans is interviewing.
Okay.
Whenever he has a guest on, he researches the shit out of all of the stuff, and then a lot of the times the guest is like, "How'd you know that? Where'd you find that?" It just has a tendency to draw out more personality, and I think that's what's being stunted. Because as we were saying, that people just want to they just want to see the shit hit the fan, right? They don't want to see the person. They don't care. They just want more drama.
They don't understand what's going on in a person's life. And you and I have talked at length what's happened in your life, what's happened in my life.
Exactly.
And it takes a toll on a person for a while. You know, if you don't grab a hold of it, some people go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, stick their head in the wrong one.
Yeah. And some fortunate ones come out of it, but I miss Robin Williams, and who knew about him, right?
Well, there were signs.
There
was lots of signs. So if you knew how to look, right? And he beautiful mind doesn't even come close.
No. So, I miss his acting. I miss his who he was, and
he had such a vibrant, explosive spontaneity. That's why he was so intoxicating to watch.
He could ad lib, throw stuff in like just out of the blue.
Yeah,
he was so smart. Right, just boom.
And he didn't see it in himself.
No, and he found it. Like I hear that about a lot of comedians. They have a hard time once the lights go out.
Yeah.
Once they're always trying to make people laugh, right? But in their own life, it's
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, good example.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful mind too, but it's self-projection kind of thing, right?
Yeah. And we're all hard on ourselves.
I'm our worst critic,
right?
By
Me
far.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
you get a better way of expressing escapism, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I try to deal with that by doing certain things to escape it. I try not to let life get me down. I mean, because life hits you hard all the time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It'll deal some bad cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been dealt some bad cards in my life. And you and I have chatted. And I've had a bad ex too, and that was a rough time in my life. And I survived it. And I held on to my two sons, and they've survived it. And, life. As you get older, life goes on. It doesn't stop.
No.
Sun will come up, sun will go down.
Yeah. Well, there's new laws in Canada. I don't know if you've heard about this, but you can stop it whenever you want now.
Really?
MAID.
Really?
Medical assistance in dying.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can punch out your own time clock.
But it's got to be. It just. Well, yeah. If it's mass, what's that got to do with depression? Wasn't it too? Was it or was it because if you had serious medical issues?
Originally, here's some fucked up facts.
Okay.
In 1974, that's when it became not illegal to try and kill yourself.
Right.
Yes. Do you know who the prime minister was at that time?
Trudeau.
Yeah. Now it's MAID. Now there's two things. And I'm not sure which one, but I'll give you the information. You can decide for yourself. I looked it up on the website, the company that does it. And what do you need to qualify? 2 signatures. That's it.
No.
If you go to the government website, you have to have these kind of conditions to...
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
the company itself says 2 signatures. That's it. The government website says, no, there's stipulations.
Well, that would be the better way to go, is have all those stipulations before you...
I don't want to do that. I'm going to die anyways. Why do I want to rush it up? I'm just saying that...
No, and that's a very good point.
Right.
Me too, man. Why would I want to rush it up?
Yeah.
And I've had friends that have mentioned,
Me too.
Yeah, you and I have chatted. And, and I have a quick little note for that. It's a long-term solution for a short-term problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if you can look at it that way.
Yeah, it's as you know, it's hard to see the forest when you're right up against the tree. Yep. So
100%, man.
Yeah, so trying to be able to get out of that kind of rut.
But that's what friends are for: people to talk to, reach out.
Yes.
Talk to them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a world book of knowledge myself. I can just go by my life and my experiences and what I've seen and what I've done and what I've been through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
no,
hopefully that helps.
yeah,
You know,
ideally. Yeah.
hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I can give people advice, but
You can take the horse to the water.
you can't force them to drink.
Right.
It's what my moms used to say all the time.
Yeah.
Another one she used to say, I'm busier than a cranberry merchant. And as a little kid, how busy does a cranberry merchant get? It's like, what the hell? You know, pretty busy, she'd say. Okay, but I've never seen a cranberry merchant on the street, right?
Do they have to swim too?
Right? Like the things she would come off with is just funnier than hell. Like, what was that? I'm busier than a cranberry merchant? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom was witty. She used to send me to get cigarettes when I was a little boy, give me a little note.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my mom and dad to smoke because I didn't smoke, little kid. I never did. Even kids at school, I never did. And I thought, this time I'm going to be defiant. I'm going to say no. I'm not going to go. So my mom hands me the note, and hands me $1 because a pack of cigarettes were like less than 50 cents a pack back then, And I said, no, I'm not going. She said, pardon me? I said, I'm not going. And I said, who was your slave last year? She looked at me as cold, sober. She says, you were, and your time's not up yet, so get going. I couldn't argue with that. I'm like, oh, okay. So on damn. So I thought I had her beat, right? No, I didn't. So on my bike, and I'm upset. Like, how did I never even had a response to that? Yeah, you were, and your time's not up yet. Get going. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got the phone call too. No, I don't want to. So she picked up the phone and put it out there. You get to call the police, but it's going to take time for them to get here.
Yep.
I'll be good.
Yep. I didn't even get the police call. All I got was, I'm going to talk to your father. I'm telling your father. That was it for me. Okay. When do you want me to do it? Right now?
Yeah.
5 minutes ago? I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess with my dad. Boy, all he did was give you that look, and it was like, ooh, boy.
So if I may ask, what parenting style do you do with your kids? Your mom's style or your dad's style?
That's a good question, my friend.
Huh?
Ooh. I would say I would lean more towards my dad's style, but tried to throw in a lot of my mom if I could.
Were they opposites on styles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My mom, if she got mad at you, she had these long fingernails, and she would poke you in the chest. She got mad at, that hurt, right?
The old nun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, like the old nun, and oh my God, it was funny. But my dad was a different story.
Yeah.
Like he was the disciplinarian, ex-military.
Okay.
Very, very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough. Went through World War II. He was in Holland and Italy during the war. So yeah, he was very tough. I remember my mom wanted me to go wake him up for dinner, and he always had this little lazy boy, and he was out like a light. And a couple of times before, when I'd wake him up, like his eyeballs would go right over his head, and he'd get up like he's going to kill you, right? So my mom says, "That's right." So my mom says, "Well, go wake up your dad." I said, "No, no, I'm not going to." She says, "You go wake up your dad. Supper's ready." I said, "Mom," I said, "have you seen him?" I said, "Your dad's not going to kill you." So he's lying on I walked in because after the other 2 times, I said, I'm not waking my dad up. There's no way. He's gonna think he's in World War II, and I'm the enemy here. Yeah. So I walked up. I don't know. I must have been about 12. I just grabbed his big toe. Dad, time for dinner. And he woke up, and boom, I was gone. Ran into the kitchen quickly and sat down. I said, I woke him, Mom. I said, leave it at that. I got out of there, man. I was not sticking around for that.
Never felt like joking and just
no,
Dad.
No, God, no, not a chance. I wanted to live. There was no way I was doing that. The look in my dad's face was death. I'm out of here. Dad, wake up, boy. Gone. That's it. I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, totally different generation there.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
God. Yeah. I got grandsons now. Just, and I treat them way different than I treated my sons.
Of course.
You
don't have to live with them.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, still. You still have a different temperament.
Well, I try to. It's funny, though. My daughters use me as a disciplinarian.
Oh.
And I don't like it. I want to be Papa. I want to be the grandpa. Yeah. I don't, but they always threaten. Well, we're going to tell Papa. Yeah. We're going to tell Papa. We're gonna, that's it, man. And God, but they listen.
Sure.
And they know the rules in the house, and they know that I only say once. I said, you don't get a second shot, because that's what my dad was.
Yeah.
He'll tell you once.
Yeah.
Second time, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I would take things away, and I'd say, you got to pick that up. And if they don't pick it up, I pick it up and I throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
That's it, done.
Yeah, there's there's different ways of being mean by not hurting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like the disciplinarian thing, kind of like with my kids, Mom always threatened that I would, whatever, right? No, I'm going to tell your dad. Well, I talk to the kids. I talk to them, right? In their lives so far, I may have spanked them both as a whole 5 times in their life.
I wish I could say that about my sons, but they were different. They were wild.
Well,
my daughter, I only spanked my one daughter once, and that was because she hit her sister over the head with a doll, because my sister one daughter wouldn't braid her hair properly.
Wow.
And the anger part just came out, and she grabbed this doll and whacked her over the head, and my daughter had a big goose egg. Well, then I jumped in right away, and I spanked her 3 or 4 times and said, don't, because see, my thought process was, what if it was a heavier object? What if that anger, she grabbed a heavier object? Yeah. Well, then we'd be rushing to the hospital, would have been more serious, right? But never again, never again after that. And my daughter, they both listened pretty good.
I did click them though, just right in between the eyes. Whack.
Yeah. That's the things mom and dads do, but my mom had her finger point. I got lickened when I was a little boy. I got spanked a lot. Yeah. My mom says she should have drowned me in the piss pot. True story. My daughters always ask me, what were you like as a little kid? And my sisters tell them all the wild stories. So, I guess I wasn't all that good.
Not the angel you thought you were?
Oh, no. You wouldn't get away with this nowadays, but my mom used to tie me to the clothesline. So I could run up and down the yard and couldn't get away. True story. Was that bad. Because I used to dig holes under the fence to get out like a dog. She couldn't keep me in the yard. Yeah. One time, I was little at the time, 4 years old, 3-4 years old, and they lost me for a good hour or two. They were looking all over for me, and I used to wear these nice little wee shorts. My mom used to put suspenders on me.
Okay.
And I tried climbing over the fence, and when I got over the fence, it was pretty high, and I guess I slipped. But thank God my suspenders caught me. I was hanging on the fence for over an hour. Hanging there, my sisters found me hanging on the fence. Oh, I was a little terror. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we, my aunt and my mom, we used to live with my aunt, and we used to live upstairs. My aunt and her husband was downstairs, and they were, my mom and my aunt would bake.
Right.
And they made cakes, and it was Christmas time, and pies and stuff.
Family gathering.
Yeah, right? They would bake all this, but
beautiful.
I'm a little hellion, right?
Yeah.
And so they put them upstairs, and they had an upstairs bedroom up by like an attic. It's the attic, and it was cool up there, so they had them up there to cool. Well, I went up there to play, and I saw all these nice cakes and pies, and I'm in my bare feet, and I'm thinking, well, let's see what that feels like on my feet. And I jumped in all the cakes and pies on my feet, stamped them around. Wow, my mom and my aunt could have killed me. Oh yeah, it was bad. And they had all this styrofoam ones, piles, like you line up for insulation, right? Styrofoam. Yeah. And again, I'm up in this bedroom. This is where my sister slept, and we had this window right next to our neighbors, and I seen the styrofoam. I had the bright idea. Well, let's see if they're like Frisbees. They fly 40 pieces. Yeah. Off the freaking window. The whole yard was covered in insulation. Eh? Oh, man, that one went far. They didn't like me for that one either. No. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we all do stupid things.
Right, as a kid, right?
Well, my dad was construction, so we had a hobby farm, and we lived on 5 acres.
Nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We had cows and pigs and chickens and turkeys.
So you're a farm boy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's where I really learned about death, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because when we're going to eat chicken.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah.
Pigs and cows. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my dad had old tools up in the attic and barn.
Yeah.
And so one day, me and my friend Lauren were crawling around in there, and we found some saw blades.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
for
Yeah.
rip saws.
Yeah.
And so we thought we were going to be ninjas.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So
Great,
he would-
great little ninja stars.
he would
Those
throw
are.
these things like frisbees. They're fucking heavy. And
They are.
Yeah. So yeah, we all did
But
stupid
they go
things.
into wood pretty good.
No matter how rusty they are.
That's right. Bonk. Oh man, that stuck in there good.
Yeah. So yeah, no, everyone does something stupid.
All kids do, man.
Yeah.
All kids. Yeah. Yeah. I keep trying to remind myself that when my grandsons destroy my house and stuff they get into.
Yeah, I can't get too mad, but I really want to.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I do listen. You
Yeah.
can't be doing this. Like
Yeah.
this, I'm a lot more patient than I was way back when.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not running around
No.
now.
No. Well, I just let them run around.
Yeah.
Like we'll clean the house within 5 minutes of those boys show, and it's all boys.
Yeah?
Yep, 5 grandsons.
Okay.
And when they show up, it's like, oh my God, there's pots and pans and scissors and spatulas and pillows and clothes and they take their shirts off. Well, Papa, look at this, and they're running around and there's stuff. The house looks like a hurricane hit it within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Shoes flying everywhere, like oh my God. And then they get their Nerf guns out.
Right.
Yeah, they're shooting everything inside.
And you don't have any girls yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, my daughter's pregnant again, and she wanted a little girl, but another boy.
Okay. They got it all checked out.
I got my hockey line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working on it.
Yeah. For a long time, I was joking that we would have probably like 19 kids. By that time, I'll be old, and then the oldest will be able to take care of the youngest kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then
No.
No. The first one we had was just awesome, and the second one was just the topper, and it was just one of each.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 4 from 2 different mothers.
Yeah.
2 boys from one and 2 girls from another.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Even Steven.
Yeah. So I didn't think I was full of girls, but thank God the good Lord gave us girls. And, yeah.
They're cool too.
Oh, yeah. You know what? My boys were in a lot of trouble in their area. They just got mixed up in wrong crowd, right? A lot of gangs, a lot of, and stuff. But my girls, like, because of that, since they were little, I started teaching them about the bad thing. And they saw a lot. They saw a lot from their brothers. So they kind of knew. But as they got older, I partied with them. I said, if you're going to party, you're going to party here. So I can watch you.
Yeah.
No, seriously. You invite your friends here.
Sure.
Really? You're gonna allow us to party? Yeah. But show respect. I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
You don't. Nobody gets overly. And it's if you get drunk, you're staying here. Like if anybody did drive, I said I take all the keys.
Yeah.
You guys can go home tomorrow, but you all stay here. And we watched them and we chaperoned them. They all had a party. They danced and did whatever. There was no shenanigans and. Some of the neighbors, didn't complain, even though they were out in the front yard yelling and screaming and having a good time. And I'm like, shh, quiet.
Yeah.
Too funny. We had this, my one daughter. Oh my God, it was horrible. Like we're trying to watch them, and my one daughter was younger. It was my daughter's 16th birthday. My other daughter was 14, and she had a friend that was 14, and her little brother I think was 11, 12, 13, just younger. And anyhow. They kept sneaking booze, unknown to us, because we're running around trying to watch everybody. Eh?
Right.
Well, my God, my youngest daughter passes out, and my eldest daughter was very good. Like she only had a couple watching her friends, and because she had respect for the house. My youngest, she's passed out. And I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Like, what's wrong? She had too much to drink. I go, what? How'd that happen? So anyhow, her friend. Brother, the mom and dad came, and he had quite a bit to drink too, and I didn't know. I didn't know he'd snuck any of it.
Right.
The little bugger, he goes flying outside. Hey, Molly, Dad. He does the Starsky and Hutch right across the front hood of their car. Hey, how you doing? And goes flying over the hood. Oh my God! What you got? Drunk as a skunk, hits the ground. How you doing, Mom, Dad? Oh, God, I thought I was done for. I thought they were going to shoot me. I thought, oh, my God, I'm going to hear about thank God I didn't, eh? Yeah. Like, oh, God, it's a true story.
Yeah.
Oh, so I warned them, that's it. None of this stuff ever happen again. Like, my God, you're going to get me into a ton of trouble. Literally, he shot across the hood. I'm lying down through. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did that happen? Oh.
Yeah, and I was talking to this one guy, Shamar, and he's, would you change anything in your life kind of thing, right? He goes, yeah, I have some regrets I'd like to change. And so, I wouldn't be me unless I had those. unless I threw those ninja stars and nearly cut off my friend's arm, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Shooting arrows up in the air and waiting for them to fall.
I did that.
Yeah,
I did that. I did that. I did that.
yeah. Yeah, you do stupid things.
They weren't the steel tip like with the razors.
No.
They were just the target ones.
Yeah.
But I did that.
Yeah, yeah.
See where it comes.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah. Think about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we drink thistle tea.
What's thistle tea?
Thistle is a plant.
I know that, but
Yeah, you put it in water and boil it.
really,
That's it. Yeah.
and what would that do to you? Kind of make you?
It makes you feel kind of manly because you're drinking something that can.
Oh. Oh, okay,
Is it
okay.
rational?
I never did that.
Yeah, no, it's healthy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, I
It's
never
like
did.
dandelion root.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that's pretty good. I heard.
It's really good for your
Yeah.
heart.
Yep.
So,
So we make up a batch, and there we go.
Little
Live a
dandelion
longer.
wine.
Yeah. Well, that's even nicer.
We'll make a day of that.
Yeah. Well, yes. Or half a day, and we'll sleep the rest. So true. So true.
Nice. Yeah. Good to see you. And,
Yeah. Great to see you too.
yeah.
And I'm really glad you like the show. I really
Yeah.
am. And
Well, yeah,
It's
no,
nice to hear.
it's interesting because you get to see a different side, right? Like, because I see you and we
Mm-hmm.
talk, but that's different, right?
you didn't know about it till
No,
I told you.
no, and that's why it was so cool.
I don't talk
I
about
know
it that
him.
much.
I know that guy.
We've had many talks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't talk about it much at work. There's a couple people at work I know that I've told, and a
Why
couple of the dispatchers and stuff, and some people that. But I don't talk to a lot of people when I get to work.
Okay.
I'm in about 5 minutes early the most,
Yeah.
get my stuff, and I'm gone.
Right.
I just don't want to sit and listen to all the drama and all the stuff. And
Self-inflicted. I
Yep.
think drama's a drug.
it is. It's
Yeah.
got to be, man. It just like, and some people thrive for that.
Yeah.
They got to be there and listen to all the stories,
Yeah.
and not me.
Stick their nose in it.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but in years gone by, and that's where my learning experience, you'd sit there and you would tell friends, guys that you work with. The next thing you know, the boss knows about it. You tell them a secret. And next thing you know, everybody knows about it. Like, hey, I told you to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
This was between me and you, right? No, never is. So now I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I like the controversy talking and all that kind of stuff. Politics and religion, those are my favorites, right? We've
Yeah,
talked-
well, yeah.
yeah,
You and
yeah.
I have gotten into a few
Yeah.
conversations
Yeah.
about that.
But this is one of the curiosities of mine as well.
Yeah.
Because if someone sees this and they don't like it, then they can find some reason, even though it has nothing to do with that work, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely separate, this is its own entity. But,
And so what? I mean,
know.
you're right. It's your own. Who cares?
yeah.
Who cares what
ideally.
they think?
But if they do, they can just, you know what? Come into the office.
No.
Don't think so?
No, not at all. They all know that I have a trucking company. They all know they all know it.
Okay.
They all know it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah. They all say, why do you take Tuesday, Wednesdays off? Well, I have to have Tuesday, Wednesdays off so I can run my company, my delivery company, and I have to be there, right? I
Right.
have to make sure everything goes well. That's so everybody, no, it's totally separate.
Yeah.
You guys, nothing will happen. I mean, the only thing I think would happen is if you start bringing up the job
Oh,
and
okay,
what
yeah,
goes
yeah.
on at the job
Right,
and
right,
stuff.
right.
Now it
And I won't.
don't.
Yeah.
No, because then now you're dealing with the city of Calgary and all that. You don't need that.
Yeah.
No, as long as you don't do anything like that and you just keep it the way you guys are doing, it's fantastic.
Mm.
Interview different people and
Yeah.
different people in different industries and see what they do.
Well, I'm going through a bunch of artists nowadays, and this is fascinating for me as well because different people express their artistic
Yeah.
talents in different ways. There's been 2 engineers, 2 singers, and now an actor.
Did they ever sing on here with you? Did they ever sing it all for you?
One did,
Did
but
he?
the sound system was fucked. So you just see 2 people go.
Oh, how about now? I should give you a little sing song.
Sure,
while I'm sitting there.
help us out.
You could join me if you want.
I can watch you.
Can you?
Sure.
No, I'm embarrassed.
Why?
I don't know. Really?
Why not?
Oh, it's just, wow. Do you like Kenny Rogers?
I like some Kenny Rogers.
You know The Gambler?
I know the Gambler.
That's one of my faves. That's what I like to sing.
Okay.
You want to hear a little bit of that?
I do.
Okay. On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler We were both too tired to sleep. We took turns a staring at the window at the darkness, and boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. Well, the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em. Come on now. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Sweet.
There you go.
Yeah. Why does that song have so much impact?
I don't know. I really like it. Jim Croce, ever heard Jim Croce?
That name sounds familiar.
Oh, back in the 70s, a song I kind of grew up. I liked it. I mean, I was into rock and roll, but I like folk singers as well. I don't know why as a young kid. I never got into a lot of heavy metal. Okay. But did you ever hear the song Bad Bad Leroy Brown?
Yeah.
I sang that in front of about 400 people at Stampede crowds. Wow. They had a little booth, audio booth.
Right.
And they said, would you like to record the song and sing it? And I said, yeah, okay.
You did bad.
I did, yeah. On the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, he in trouble. See, he stand about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the men just call him sir. And I sang that in front of the whole verse. And it's one of my, I like to sing those songs. And
yeah, I like the story songs.
Yeah, they tell a story.
Yeah,
you know?
like it's elongated and it's nice, and that's why Prism Armageddon got me.
Right.
That was
Wasn't
one of
that?
the,
Yeah.
That was one of the songs that I would take to the desert island.
Yep. Beautiful.
You know,
yeah.
Like no other music, and you just allowed one song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
it.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I like Prism. I told Dave that, and he can't sing anymore. He just can't. And I asked him why they broke up the band, and it was because his brother passed away, and it just didn't seem the same. And so I guess the band is still going. I think there's one original from the original band. It's the drummer, I think.
Okay.
Still, and the other guys are just there, but yeah. So I sang that to Dave, and that's why he said, well, he can sing for me, but you got to get rid of that twang. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't like Kenny Rogers too much. I like Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, yeah.
I like him now that I'm old. I get it.
Well, and that's it. You start getting what the artist writes about, because he was in prison and did a lot of drugs, and and then he found Jesus, and and then went on from there, and that's where his songs came from.
He seemed rather personable.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was very down to earth. From what I was told, he was very down to earth. A lot of artists like him. He was the father figure type guy. Yeah,
like Keanu Reeves nowadays.
Yeah.
Dude seems to be quite cool.
Yeah.
Like he seems to not egocentric.
No.
Takes the train.
And like he, when he did The Matrix, he took training for that to actual gun action.
Okay, yeah.
He's a master shot.
Yeah.
Like
I saw him do some.
Him with Halle Berry too. Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Went with them. They went together. I saw a clip of both of them. You should see that man go.
Yeah.
Holy cow! I was amazed at how he could shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a 2.23, and then he had I think a 9mm.
I have seen that.
Oh, did you see that?
That was with John Wick, though. That wasn't with The Matrix.
Well, John Wick.
Okay, yeah.
John Wick, but he also did training similar to that with The Matrix as well, because they had to handle weapons as well. But John Wick was the key.
Yeah.
And and that was real life.
Yeah.
How quick and how fast he was.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're telling him how to aim. And
Yep. But once he got it, he got it.
Yeah.
Like he went gun down, and I'm like, holy shit, dude! You know. And same with Hale Berry. She did the same thing. Yeah. She was just right on it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Keanu Reeves, I'd like to talk to.
I would too.
I think he would be. I
would love to work with him.
Yeah.
I would love to work with Keanu Reeves.
See why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Love to do that. I wouldn't be able to. I'd be the upper gangster or something, maybe an older mobster for him or something.
Dead guy number one.
Dead guy number one. Yeah, right. I have 5 minutes on screen, right? You're done. I see you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I don't get a long character. Yeah. You know, and it's funny when you say that, because when you watch movies and you see these characters come on and you're into them, and about 15 minutes in the show, they're dead.
Yeah.
I was just starting to like that character. Like, why did you have to kill him off? Like,
Yeah.
I really like that character.
Yeah.
You know, I was getting onto it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah, well, when I was watching the Assassin's League as well, I was wondering who's going to go first.
Yeah.
Who's going to go first?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm not. I hope I go on for a while, but I don't know. I will see.
Well, you're the head of the CIA.
Yeah.
So you should be okay.
I should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is pretty big.
Yeah.
This is huge, and I'm trying to stop it the best way I can so it doesn't go any further. But there are twists, and you watch it more. Like, there'll be more coming out.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna for sure.
Yeah, I got the job. I'll tell you this, because the director wanted to do this. Well, who he was is Lingram, and he trained assassins. He did it for CIA.
Like this dude in real life.
Yeah, in real life. Like, this is what he was supposed to do.
Oh.
And he trained for Mossad, all the top agencies around the world. Plus, he was training his own. He's a multimillionaire. He got lots of money for doing this. He's a multimillionaire. Yeah. And he was training his own agents on the side. And I was brought in as an assistant deputy director on the fact that this guy, if I could help the director do this, get rid of him, because he was doing this on the side, and they figured he'd gone rogue. Right. That's what I was told. He was gone rogue.
Okay.
So I was given the assignment to kill him.
Okay.
Well, as you saw, it didn't work.
No.
So then, things evaluated and grew, and now something's come up, and we're trying to find out who did it. Mm-hmm. You know, who's behind it?
Who's the voice on the other side of the phone?
Yeah, we don't know.
No.
We don't know. We think it's Lingram. We think it's him, and we think that, he's behind it all, because, this is what's happening. Well, he was supposed to be shot. He was supposed to be killed. And, yeah.
But
it gets really interesting after this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm totally stoked on season 2.
Me too. Like, I'm excited. I want to see what the script has for us.
Yeah.
There were some funny scenes. I told him to keep the outtakes because they're funny. Did you see the scene where me and the director are talking on the bench?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. During that scene, she had an umbrella. Mm-hmm. And we're just finished shooting the scene. The wind caught the umbrella, and it went poof upside down. Almost blew her over the picnic table. Well, I lost it. I lost it.
Fell out of character.
Oh my! Well, totally. Like, I almost pissed my pants. It was so funny. Like, it was just the look on her face in shock as her umbrella went back. I said, "Well, I guess we can't use that now." Totally, and just happened, right? It was just hilarious how that went down. Just scenes like that, And I said, you got to keep everything out there, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that scene I told you about me smacking my lips, eh? Yeah. And he says, cut. He says, Randy, quit. I don't want to hear that on the mic.
Yeah.
I said, what's damn good? I do, man. I love it. And it stayed right there, and that tang, right? I couldn't help it. So whenever I drank it, I had to really concentrate. Going.
Can't even lick your lips.
No, couldn't do that because the sound was so sensitive. So, and I wanted to smack my lips because it was damn good iced tea. Yeah. But it's supposed to be whiskey, right? But yeah. That scene got on the floor too. It's too bad. I really liked that scene too. It was really good.
Yeah. So they have this all in a vault somewhere? You think?
Oh, he's got them all. Yeah, he's got them all. Like when he put it all together, and when I asked him about it, I said, because there were scenes that I thought should have been left in.
Okay.
That was my opinion.
Right.
And he said, you're right, Randy. They were great scenes, but we only had so much time. Because when you're doing a web series, you only have time. Same with a TV show, whatever. You're only allotted so much time to actually, and that's why movies get cut, because you're only allowed certain things to go for so long.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of stuff gets cut. And then you get the director's cut, which is longer.
Right.
Right, because now you get to see the scenes that were cut.
Right.
Same with this. Like we couldn't fit it in the time frames that we had to in the editing to put it on there.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah, there was some good scenes, really good scenes that I really liked.
Yeah. Huh.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Wow. So, how do they decide how long the taping should be? Do you know any of that technical shit?
Well, because it's because it started off as a web series, and we were hoping it to be a TV series, and it still could be, but it all comes down to that time frame, like that 15 minutes, right, where it's got to fit in the screen, right, and it has to keep moving along, right. Or a half an hour. You got a half an hour to put that in. That's it. 20 minutes, whatever. You've just got to fit all that in that time frame.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is different. This is live, so it can be as short or as long as it wants.
Yeah. Well, which is cool, right?
Yeah.
But when it's like that on film, you can't do that.
No doubt.
And the camera never lies.
No.
It's all there.
Do you agree that it adds 10 pounds?
Yes.
Yeah. Not being.
That's why I'm trying. No, I'm trying to lose weight because
fair
of it.
enough. Like, but while you're there, you see, I'm my worst critic, right? Yeah. So when I look at that and I see, right, fat guy. But when you're with someone,
you don't see that.
You don't.
You don't. No, and see, and because I have an image of myself, and I've had people compliment me and stuff, but I know when I'm overweight, and I still am, but I am trying to lose weight.
Right.
And I can see it on the screen bigger. Like when I'm on the, like, oh, really? That's me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really like that.
Okay.
But you're right. It does add a little bit more to it. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I'm watching these every once in a while, and I'm like, maybe I should wear different colored shirts. Nothing with lines on it.
Yeah. Well, and it's good though. Like you got to try to wear, like in the industry, they tell you never to wear white.
Oh, really?
Never to wear like a white shirt. No.
Oh.
You'll notice if you watch a lot of shows, you'll see them all wearing different colors.
Right.
White, something with a gray, maybe have white in it, but gray with black, you could do that,
right.
But not solid white. It whites out the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, it does something, yeah. So every class I've been to never wear white. So you'll see a lot of actors wearing blues, reds. Well, just watch, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. You'll see a lot. And then you start noticing, oh, yeah, really, they're not wearing white.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, because I watch the odd YouTube here and there, TikTok or whatever, and if some dude's wearing a white shirt, it does look a little bleachy.
But again, that's YouTube, and that's just like you doing it.
Yeah.
You're not making a professional film. You're not making something that's going, and that's the rule of thumb. Yeah, like the lighting will do everything for you. They've got filters, they can do all that. But when you're wearing white, it just, because of all the bright lights, it just comes back at the camera, right? It's reflective, so it whites it out. So they always, and it whites you out, right? So they tell you not to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why even when I'm here, like I decided I was going to wear red or this. This is a nice color for here. It's
Yeah, I learned the hard way. Don't wear yellow with a green screen.
Yeah.
It has a really weird effect on the.
Yeah.
Don't wear green, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you blend right.
Yeah.
And everything will show up on you.
Floating arms.
Yeah, right. So true.
What's that head doing there?
That's not part of it. Well, we're trying to do a talk show here. This extra head there, and they're showing a clip, and okay.
Yeah, maybe on a later date we'll have someone with a head just poke down.
Right. Yeah. Too funny. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, there's a lot of technical questions that are fascinating, but I've never really. You're not the technical guy.
Well, ask me. I mean, I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot over the years.
Well, the lighting as well. Like the lighting on these things, they're matted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Ours are too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't. We do. We have these, and we have other lights like they're about this big, and they're like LED. But there's switches on them, and you can dull them down.
Oh.
Like a light bulb.
Yeah,
you can dull them down, and then there's little screens like you can like little shutters, and you can turn them this way, that way to dull the light, do whatever. And we usually have 4 or 5 or 6 of them around, and they're pretty cool too. Yeah. They work as well.
Yeah. And have you looked into the mics and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, what we have is not like this, right? This is for like a studio, but we have a mic similar to this, but it's got the big foam over it, hairy foam, and you're on a rod, right? So that you're out of the scene. So like if they're talking to you, it's up here,
Yeah.
and it's very sensitive and picks up the conversation that you and I are having, but it's out of the camera.
Yeah, that one's a better mic than this one. This one's more unidirectional. I
Yeah.
suppose that one.
Yeah, but then you just kind of point it a little bit more towards you to get it, and that's what we do. Like when you have the mic, when you're on the boom mic, yeah, just there you go, there you go, boom, there you go, and now that'll go right to you. Same with the boom mic. You've got to tilt, like it's on a swivel too,
Right.
and you just tilt it towards the direction that you want to hold it to where the sound is, to where they're talking.
As far as I know, the fuzzy thing that goes over here is just for wind and spit.
Yes. Well, yeah, got a little of that going on, but
Yeah, well, that's what that thing is for.
But you know, at the end of the day, the boom mic's quite a ways away from it, so you wouldn't have to wind, yes, but for spitting, no. Like I mean, the mic's 2-3 feet above you,
Right.
way off to the, so you really don't. And if you're spitting as an actor, like that better not be in this, unless it's part of the scene, and you better not be spitting at the mic. I think the director would get that man off the set.
Yeah. Don't give him iced tea next time.
Yeah, don't give him iced tea. My God, I still laugh about that. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, neat.
yeah, different things that you do on set. It's funny. Yeah, one time we were doing another project, tiny project, and I played the part of an old hockey player,
Okay.
professional hockey player, NHL hockey player, retired, but I'm getting the onset of dementia. So,
Oh, interesting.
and more
Punch
comical.
drunk?
Yeah, just
okay.
kind of a total switch. And I've got to, instead of being serious, I'm, you know, all my kids and stuffed toys are my players. Like I get into this thing and, you know, like they're all on the couch and they're my players and I'm giving them shit.
Right.
You know, you're not playing right. You're not playing defense. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. I make my daughter wear a hockey gear because she's one of the players. And then another time, my wife plays a character that she's spending all my money, all my,
Awesome.
yeah. Yeah, so, and she's shopping all the time, but I don't know. I'm just kind of nuts. And we were doing a scene outside. I was supposed to come out and with my hockey stick. And I come out, yeah, okay. Woof! Down. I'm like laid out and I go, I'm okay. I'm down, but I can't get up.
My back.
Didn't do that, but I said, I'm down, I'm okay, everybody. And everybody's killing themselves laughing on set, eh? No, that wasn't part of the scene. No, it wasn't. They still laugh about that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's somewhere in someone's vault right
Yeah,
now.
and I had to come in. Oh, he's got it all. Corey's got it all in his system, and he's got it all saved. And I said, well, we got to release the outtakes of all the stuff that we've done, all the stupid things. And, you know, when you're reading your lines, everybody does. You screw up. Everybody screws up, right?
Yeah.
And you got to laugh about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you make stuff up, and, you know, you just kind of go along, get back into it. You know, what do you do?
Yeah, no, it's a weird learning curve, though, in order to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
I had huge insecurities when I was younger, and a book that I read part of, because whatever, it said stand in front of the mirror and just laugh at yourself. And it said you're going to feel stupid, but eventually you're going to draw out.
I've never done that.
No.
I've never done that. And you know, it took time. I mean, there's times that, you know, you don't really laugh. You're hard on yourself. But I guess because I loved acting and that was kind of an outlet, and I played a lot of sports, and, you know, but as a human, you screw up a lot. Everybody does.
Yeah.
And, you know, and again, at the end of the day, does it matter? Is anybody dead? At some point when you look back, it's damn funny.
Yeah.
It's damn funny.
Yeah.
You know, because it's real life, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny stuff. You got to laugh at it.
Yeah, it's the more natural that people are, the more society wants it to not be.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
it seems to be the way
farting,
that,
for example.
Oh, don't even get me going on. That's funny. I love that stuff.
Yeah, like so do I. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's raw. It's natural. That's how it is.
It's
Everyone does it.
it's the expression on everybody's face,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the reaction you get. That's what kills me.
Yeah, and you don't know who did it.
No. Oh, they all know I did it. I can't get away from it. That's everybody, you know, and even and now it's like, you know how you have a dog, and if the dog farts, right, they know it's a dog.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter now if anybody farts, it's my fault.
Oh, okay.
Well, Papa did it. That smells like you. How do you know what my smell? That's your shit. That smells like you for sure.
Yeah, I'd say that mine smelled like cinnamon rolls.
Well, yeah, well, you try.
I don't think that. It's just that whenever I was in the bathroom and the kids wanted to get a hold of me, they found some way to unlock the door.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that it smelled like fresh cinnamon rolls because they had to be around it. You know, honey, I'm pooping for Christ's sakes.
I didn't even lock doors after a while. They just come
Yeah, I
walking
know.
in, do
Yeah,
their thing.
yeah.
You're just having a poop and.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just natural now. I don't even, and even to this day, I know I should, but everybody walks around. I just go in and take a poop, and that's it. But they get mad because I leave it. I do it on purpose. I'll leave the door open.
You guys trained me this way.
No. My wife would go, "Bleh, bleh, can you close the damn door?" I said, "Well, I did, but you didn't close it all the way." And house smells like shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Then leave me alone.
Yeah, well, it is.
Leave the house.
Yep. No, they won't. Though. I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I love getting them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just me. I'm a bad boy.
Well, the show is quite serious. Is there going to be more entry on comedy side?
Well,
or
we do add it in. We do add in a little bit of the comic side of things in there. Yeah.
but it's mainly a stern, straight kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, there is a scene where I'm in because I am pretty serious.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where we're out in a field and one of this agent's going to try to kill us. Has me and another one of my associates said she's not an agent, and she's going to kill us. But one of my other agents that are on shoots at her and wounds her, and she takes off. She walks up, and I said, "Well, fancy meeting you here." She says, "You really want to talk about this right now?"
Yeah.
So a little comic relief there at that, you know. So yeah, that's coming. You'll see that. That's pretty much towards the end.
Okay.
In episode 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's towards the end.
Yeah, I think I was up to 7.
Yeah. I don't. There's not too much comic stuff for me.
No.
No, that one scene was, I think, so far it.
For that character.
You've seen, for the character,
yeah.
because I am a very serious individual. My character is, I believe in the good, and I believe in, what we stand for. Like I know the rumors about the CIA, but I'm not like that.
Right.
And I want to save people. I want to help people.
Sure.
That's who I am. But I'm very serious about my job and very serious about my team.
Yeah, going from there for the CIA to CSIS, where there's less information.
I honestly, and I can't even talk about that because I don't know a whole lot about it yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they've done a couple of scenes, but I wasn't in them.
Okay.
So I wasn't privy. I wasn't even on set to help out.
Okay.
In fact, my character, I don't even know who he is yet.
Oh.
Don't even know yet.
Wow,
I was just told that I'm going to be in it.
Oh.
So when the script is written and I get my character, I'll go from there. But I don't know what it is yet.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. He's done a lot of research. Like for somebody like you, like on a podcast, you would probably research you watch the show, so you want to know, and from our conversations, know. I get that. Like as that.
Yeah.
Like if I was writing a story, I do the same thing, because every movie that you ever see, there is a lot of truth behind them, even though we watch it and we think, oh, that's fantasy, that's science. But no, there's a lot of research that goes into them, tons and tons, and there is a lot of truth to all of it. Well, you remember the show The X-Files?
Yeah.
That was all based on true stories.
Really?
Every one of them, FBI X-Files.
Wow.
True stories. They were dramatized a lot,
Sure.
but they're all based on true stories.
Wow.
All stuff the FBI had investigated.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love the show because of it, because there was some truth behind all of those stories. Every show that was seen, shot.
The bees and all that stuff.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything, aliens, and basically that's where it is. But what does everybody? You and I have had many. What's going on now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
More and more people are witnessing more, and there's more and more. I mean, they're not coming out just at night. There's more videos taken. They're coming out in the middle of the day.
Right. Have you seen the rods?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Like, man.
Yeah.
There's some scary stuff going on. Some people, oh no, that's made up. People, I said, are you kidding me? Like, why would hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people make this up? Like, that's asinine.
Well, I don't know personally. I'm just seeing information.
Me too.
Right.
I've never seen one.
No.
My cousin has.
Okay.
God bless him. He's passed away, but was about 14. and his name was Bruce
Okay.
Hebert.
Yeah.
Loved him dearly. He was like a brother to me.
Right.
And they lived about 3-4 blocks from us, right? We lived in Killarney in the southwest, and he lived in a duplex.
Okay.
And one morning, he got up, and he couldn't sleep, and there was a bright light coming in through his window. Bright light coming through his window, not the normal street light,
Right,
but a
right.
bright light lit up his whole house.
Wow.
And it was about 2 a.m, and which I found, because I mean I live there. I mean there's lots of houses, a lot of people,
Sure.
right? So, and he says he went into the living room, and he looked up, and there was a UFO, and he drew a picture of it. It was huge, lights around it, and then there was these 3 other three legs, kind of like 3 arms coming down. There was lights at the bottom of those,
Yeah.
and it was hovering over his house by maybe 300 feet, 300 feet, just hovering over his house. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Now, when he came to tell us the story, he was sitting at our kitchen, and I laughed at him.
Right.
Because, oh, come on, I've never seen you. Well, and I didn't go, because
Yeah.
he swat me, but
Right. No, but yeah.
he looked at me, and he was dead serious. He said, Randy, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
He says, no. He said, I saw what I saw. And he actually got upset with me,
Right.
because he thought I was, messing with him. I said, really? And he goes, it was real. Because then he called his wife up. He said, Barb, come and look at this. And Barb came, and they both witnessed it. And then all of a sudden, just like that, boom, it shot straight up and gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's pretty naive to think that this is the only planet in existence that has any form of life on it.
You have to be. You have to be.
I'm not saying it's old or young. I'm just saying that it's too limiting to think this is the only one.
You can't. Well, you would have to be naive or retarded to think that we're the only life there is. Because when you look at the bigger picture, our planet is a small dot in our solar system.
Yeah.
Our solar system. Our solar system
Is a small
dot in our galaxy.
Yeah.
And our galaxy is a small dot in the universe. And how many galaxies
Yeah.
are there in the universe?
Yeah. Like MIB
Hundreds.
with the marbles.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
who knows?
But yeah, on that note, still people get so entrenched in their own sorrow, right? Like more than one occasion I've had to take myself out of the picture, right? Just zoom out. And it's like I don't know the movie offhand, but there's the person, you see the face, and then it goes to a top view, and then the camera just keeps zooming. I had to actually visually do that. And because people get so entrenched in their own story.
I can understand you doing it. To me, I'm the opposite.
You like read into it.
I get into it because it's their story, and they want to tell you their story.
Yeah, no, I'm talking self-reflective.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too. But I get into it because I believe in it. I mean,
Yeah.
how many people? Why would they lie? I just don't understand. Like, people have come forward and said they've been, abducted, and they can remember some of the things that were done to them. They can describe. And not one, not two, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Oh, no, not just here, all over the world.
Can I ask you, have you heard of the lizard people?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
You think there's foundation there?
I
never seen
I don't know. Honestly,
enough.
Greg, I don't know. I'm willing to listen.
Yeah.
I listen to everything.
Yeah.
I do. I don't judge people. I'll listen. Your story could be way out of left field, but I'll listen to you,
Right.
and I'll make my own judgment. But I won't cut you down for it, and I won't belittle you for it, because that's what you believe.
Right.
But I will listen, and then I'll make my own judgment. But my son talks a lot about it, and it's coming out more and more. And there's a lot more people talking about different creatures that are all of a sudden now being seen that you've never seen before. Cryptids, a lot more of those. There's a huge black dog now that's being witnessed.
Yeah.
And it's been seen by several people. A guy actually has a video of this. The dog's massive. It's bigger than a wolf. It's like 3 times bigger than a wolf. Jet black, lying in his field, and his dog was going nuts, and he's videoing it. He's calling his dog. Well, this animal got up, and the dog turned tail and running, and this thing was massive.
Yeah.
And it's been witnessed by 2 or 3 other people filmed it. Eh?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, we still don't know.
And other cryptids, other things. You ever see
Mothman.
that video, Mothman? Well, that's still a huge myth, but people have witnessed it. You know, what about that? It was on. I think it was on Paranormal Activity or Strangest Things. I can't remember. I watch all those shows, but it was a guy would film it, and this creature was on a bridge, crawling underneath the bridge. Yeah,
I've
like
not seen
clung,
that
a
one. Yeah.
huge creature, just crawling underneath, like he was underneath doing this, and his legs were up like a monkey, but he
Yeah.
didn't look like a monkey. He was
Right.
a grayish looking, but big.
Wow.
Underneath this bridge, crawling underneath this bridge. Yeah,
Crazy.
And he had film of it,
Yeah.
showing it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now just to play the devil's advocate, our technology has our
Absolutely.
graphics
Oh, I know where you're
have
going.
skyrocketed. So how many people are tinting the water?
And you know that's a very good point. There, how many is right?
Yeah.
But again, they do have paranormal people that are professionals, and they do watch these videos, and they do try to debunk them.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they do try to say, well, you know, and is it real? Is it not? Well, there's this. Could there be this? Could they do? And then some they can't explain. And these people have been in the industry.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but technology is. I mean, I guess it's easy enough to get a hold of now, but. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to go out, and I wouldn't even think of trying to dream something like that up. Why would I bother? Like that's to me, it's
To me, it'd be a waste of time. as
100.
well.
This is fun.
This is.
This
yeah,
is fun.
I dig this.
I dig this, but
I'm not
making up
doing-
something like that to
Yeah.
put it on there to
Yeah.
like why? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
If it's real, it's real. If it's not, like why would I do? You know, if I'm doing it for a film or I'm doing it for acting, sure,
Yeah.
that's fun.
That makes
but
sense.
to do it just to fool people and to lie to people, no.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't do that.
still, there's the Yeti and the Sasquatch. They're the old fan favorites. Same with
They're-
the
they're-
Ogopogo.
Well, yeah, and they're still trying to find that. There's been more and more visuals. People have seen them recently.
Right.
Recently, they've seen. Did you see that one film clip? It was in the U.S. here. A creature in the water, and it was massive, and it didn't have humps, but it was black, and it was swimming, but it was massive. It had to be. It had to be.
Beside a ship, right?
No. This was in the river. This was in a river, and there was floating ice, and this thing was a cop took a picture. Yeah, he filmed it.
No way.
On a bridge. He said this thing swimming in the water was huge, huge. And then in the Thames, and they saw a big, huge creature as well, not with the humps, but again, massive.
Right.
And you could see the waves,
Yeah.
and something huge had to be causing that.
Yeah. Huh.
Bigger than a shark.
Yeah. I've seen the.
And what would a shark be doing in the Thames, right? It would be.
Yeah.
It's not shark water.
No. There's one Megalodon movie I saw that I thought was kind of underneath the ocean. There's rivers.
Yeah.
And there's a glacial difference,
Yeah.
temperature difference, and that's where the megalodons stay
Yeah.
underneath
Yeah.
because that's what
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was called Megadon, and that was with what's his name? His name will come to me. Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful movie. I saw it 3 times. Watched it 3 times. It was done that well. But you're right. Who knows? I mean, that's so far into the ocean. Who knows if it's there? And there's down there. There's prehistoric creatures still living down there. I mean, who knows? I mean, when the meteor hit and made the continent split, I mean, what could happen? I mean, it creates a great big, huge, gigantic, tropical place where maybe they survived. Who knows?
Well, I'd like to say Venezuela, they found a cave that hasn't had air get into it for like millennia. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I have. I've heard it.
All of the bugs and all the animals in there.
Yeah, they went down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're
A whole forest.
Yeah.
Whole forest. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
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 Isn't that interesting though? I would love to be
Absolutely.
there.
That same with that one chasm that had nothing but crystals.
Yes. Massive.
Like
But you couldn't be
trees.
in there. You had to wear masks.
yeah, yeah.
You would
Poison
die.
die,
You'd
yeah.
poison, you die.
Yeah.
But gigantic crystals.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't know.
We don't know what's going on in this world.
No.
And that's where, back to your original question, lizard people. My son and other people believe that they're in Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Back to Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And there's stories of them soon coming out and trying to take over the world again. I don't know.
I've been doing a fair amount of research here and there. And have you ever heard of the Sentinelese?
Rings a bell.
I really
rings a
hope to
bell.
God I'm saying the name right. It's an island that's just off the south of India, I believe it is.
Okay,
And they
okay.
have not had any human contact
Okay.
for forever.
Yeah.
Anyone that comes by, they murder and throw them on display.
Yeah.
Stay away from our island.
Yeah,
Stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Well, people keep wanting to
go on that island.
Yeah.
Well, of course, human curiosity, right? It's an adventure. You want to see.
Leave them the fuck alone, man. Like, how many, like, you're a clean man, but nonetheless, how many diseases do you have floating all over your body? Same with me.
No, true story.
Right?
True enough, yep.
So, like, they've been untouched. So I think that they would be at the apex of where our natural evolution would be up to today's
You
date.
could be right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're still using bows and arrows and throwing rocks, but nonetheless, right? They haven't, nothing touched them. So all of this diseases, people think that if they stay here long enough, then they'll get rid of all the disease. So then when they go there, they won't die from the common cold.
That's what they're hoping for.
That's what they're hoping for. But lo and behold, so it's just, when is a good time to leave well enough alone?
Oh, that's the question of the ages, right? Man won't ever stop. I mean, like climbing Mount Everest, you got to go to the top. You've got to go to those chasms to see those forests. You got to hit the Antarctica. You want to see what's down there. Man will always explore. Man will journey. Well, you talk about space even. Like as kids, we think about Star Trek and all these shows, but they're doing it. They're done. I mean, all the space shuttles. I mean, it's there to go up and come back down. Where before they couldn't do that. You had to go in a little capsule, 2 or 3 men, and parachute down. And well, now you can go up, you can come down. They've got a space station, and they figure people can go up to the space station, hang out there for their holidays, and come down. And well, who knows where it's going to go? You know, who knows where we're going to go? But I agree. There's not only where you're talking about. I heard something in the Amazon too, where the government has protected these people, like these pygmies, these people, and same thing. Like you cannot go in there. You cannot. They will not allow you in there. They're guarding it. And these people live there. They don't have any television, and just like they from day one. And they live in a village. They walk around with little claws, and that's how they live. They hunt and fish, and they do everything in the Amazon. But you don't go in there.
Leave them alone.
Leave them alone. You're not allowed to. They won't allow you in there. Because they're protected.
There's a 3-mile radius around the island, and there's a no-fly zone.
So they don't want. They don't want to. They leave them alone. The people say, "Okay, let's just leave them alone."
But there's that one.
There always will be. And I know there are people that have tried to get in with these people too.
Oh yeah. They get murdered.
I don't think they're murdered, but they get warned, and I guess they have to have very special permission, and then they have to have guides to go in, and they can only talk to them.
Okay.
And that's all, right? So.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's maybe bathroom break time, or maybe somebody's got bathrooms. I don't know. Maybe. I'm out of here. I don't like this conversation. We're on our own. Hey.
I'm just winging it.
Back to ones.
Usually I do a bit more research, but I've known you for a while, so I'm kind of just winging it.
Those are the best kind.
Well,
the best kind.
Trying to find your own groove, right?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting journey, nonetheless.
The thing is, just be yourself.
Yeah, I've lost myself.
I know. I know. Well, you've had a rough go of it there for a while. You really have. Yeah. And I'm glad I was there to maybe, hopefully help you out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm taking advice here and there. But nonetheless, this is a whole new outlook. So I'm just like...
And I'm happy for you. This is fantastic.
Well, thank you very much. Well, it's coincidental maybe that I'm talking to artists mainly first, because everyone has their own artistic expression, right? And learning to find my own way. I'm grabbing at straws, or you know what I mean? I'm grabbing at strings, trying to figure out if that matches, or all that kind of stuff. So
you'll get it. It'll come.
Yeah, I keep getting told I'm gonna boom.
You will. It'll happen. Just be patient. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep doing. Like, where do you find your podcast again? Like, what's it on? Because I know people.
We're on Twitch.
I don't know what that is.
That's another platform like YouTube.
Do you have to download it and pay for it?
No.
What do you do? What do you do? Just type in Twitch?
You type in Twitch, yeah. And then when you're in Twitch, you go into the search and you go Jump Shot Records.
Jump Shot Records. Okay. Because my family wants to know. They want to hear this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then you'll be able to.
Twitch. I got to write that.
Twitch. Yeah. I'll show you.
Please do. Yeah. I want to know.
Yeah. But.
Because I only saw you a little bit what you've sent me and what I've seen from all that on Facebook.
Yeah, we've got to find a way in order to make it easier to be seen.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's like us. He said we got to get eyes on this. It sat for months, and said no, we can't do this. We've got to get eyes on this.
Yes, and Assassin's League, it's awesome. I'm glad it's out.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
How-
And I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
I really do. And I ask people to give me their criticism. Tell me what you think. I
Yep.
really want to know.
I want honesty.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have a hard time critiquing because they would think that I want my ego bloated. No, I don't know how I'm fucking up unless you unless you tell me how.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and Corey tells me when I fuck up. So when I'm on set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tells me that a lot.
Right on.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Is what it
Randy,
is.
Thank you very much for coming. Assassin's League, you should watch it. It's on YouTube. It's very believable and very easy to swallow, man.
Thank you.
Yes and no, because I've had to watch it a couple of episodes again and again just because there's little nuances that really kind of I didn't think were there and kind of surprised me.
And it's going to get better.
And it's going to get better. Yeah. So season 1 is out. Season 2 is in the writings.
It's in the writings. It's there.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hope sooner than later.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And thank you again for coming to watching Shark Bites, brought to you by Jump Shot Records and Chatler Music Group. Yeah. A little bit nerve-wracking.